What's going on, everyone? Matt here. Another episode of the PT Profit, Leverage, and Lifestyle Show. I'm in a jumper today, actually. A bit chilly. You can see, if you're watching the video, you'll see my beach background. That is fake. I'm in my house. Just actually moved house actually last week, so enjoying the extra space. But solo episode today, team. So last couple of episodes, I've had some awesome guests on. So if you haven't listened to those episodes, make sure you jump back and listen to those episodes because they are life-changing for your business. So topic for today, the three systems or softwares, the only three that you'll need to run a successful PT business, face-to-face business, that is. Online is a bit different. That is free. These are all free apps. Now, you can buy the paid version of one of them, which is better, but not necessarily required. So there's only three that, I only used three for a long period of time until I got to probably 150 sessions a week before I actually started to buy some proper systems. But for the average PT, that just wants to get themselves fully booked themselves and make 2.5K a week, the system that you need will be free. One of them you can upgrade for $20 a month, which does make it a little bit easier in terms of some automations. But if you don't want to pay for it, you don't have to. So let's get into it. So it'll be a shorter episode today, but I wanted to go through the three things that I'm talking about, the three systems that I use or have used in the past to build a successful face-to-face business. So I am going to share my screen. The first thing, you need to be able to track your time in your client sessions. So Google Calendar. Google Calendar is free with a Google account. So if you're seeing my screen, I'll go back to my normal calendar, I guess. You'll see where I have JBR, that's Jets Brackenridge. That's where I do my PT sessions. They are all in there on a recurring basis to schedule my time. I've also got my coaching calls in here, my podcast episodes that I do. All that type of stuff is in Google Calendar. So you know where everything is, or what's happening at what time. That is a free software that you can use. The second thing is Calendly. Calendly is quite common these days, but Calendly is a booking software that you can use for booking in your consultations, which then syncs into your Google Calendar. So you can see here on my side, if you're looking at this video, I've got 4. So I've got, if people want to book in a body scan with me, they can. If they want to book in a podcast guest, they can as well. I've got a phone health assessment, which is what I do these days. And I've also got a health assessment for the gym itself, which I don't really use anymore. So I'm not sure why I even have that one still there. But if I go into the phone health assessment, which is what I do these days for my done for you service. So if anyone's interested, my done for you service is when I actually do the consults for you. I literally just got off a call with someone just then and got the sale for a new PT client. I said a new client for the PT that I'm working with. So it just says complimentary consultation to go over all aspects of your health and fitness to set you up for success. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. Simply choose a time that is suitable for you and we'll make sure we are there for you. So you'd pick a time. So you put in your availability, pick a time, and you can even add in a couple of questions to pre-qualify some people. So you might add in there, what are your health and fitness goals? What are the things you're struggling with to achieve? What are the things you were struggling with to achieve your health and fitness goals? And I always put in there, are you over 18? Because I don't really like working with the younger people. So yeah, Calendly is super, super good. So for example, if I go into the actual app here, Calendly. So disclaimer. So this wasn't the case when I first joined Calendly 4 or 5 years ago. But now the free version doesn't allow you to send automated reminders. as far as I know, I don't actually know if that's true or not, because I've still got the paid version, so I don't know what the free version has these days. But some of my other clients that use Calendly have said that you need the paid version to get the reminded text messages. So I would still use Calendly to book in your consultations, because you can automate this process to book them in. So for example, you can give this to the club manager, and the club manager can therefore book people into your calendar for you. So you don't have to try and call them on your weekends, or whatever. Because on average, people only about 30% of people will actually pick up the phone these days, at best. So if they can just get it done on the spot when they sign up, book them straight in for their free health assessment, and it's going to save you a lot of time and be a much better experience for the member. So if you haven't done that, then I'm pretty sure I've got a different episode on how to actually do that. But essentially, you don't need to have the automated reminders. All that means you would do is you would manually send a text message reminder the day before saying, "Hey, John, it's Matt from Jets. I'll see you at 10 a.m. for your health assessment." That's all you got to say. And it'll save you $20 a month. Otherwise, if you want to pay this subscription, $20 a month, you can only have, I think you can only have 1 or 2 on the free version, but I've got 4, obviously. But for most people, you only need 1. So you should just be able to have the free version. The next one is Google Sheets. Oh, what's going on here? Well, let me get my PT template. Oh, yes. All right, so my coaching PT client template. So this is what I have done for like the last 5 years. I've modified it over time. So there's heaps of things down the bottom here, and this is all through Google Sheets, which is free as well. Google is very, very good. I love Google. So I've got a setup checklist that I do. So I'm not going to go through this in super, super detail, because I do have a separate training on this. And if you haven't got it, just reach out to me and I'll send it to you on how to actually do this. So I've got like a checklist. So check the pre-exercise questionnaire, which is the health assessment, explain the expectations for the session, scale weight, apps that are required. And as you can see here, if you're watching, I've got little prompts to remind you on what should not be there like that. Work out their BMR, do their measurements of their body scan if required, before photos, long-term goals, short-term and medium-term goals, fitness testing, set fitness testing goals, do their program for them or explain the program, set their weekly goal, and complete the PT session log. Now, you would have noticed as well, I also do a 30-minute goal setting and reassessment session. Scale weight, measurements, body scan, progress photos, fitness testing. Update program, update nutrition, and get some social proof. That's what you should be doing in that 30-minute goal setting and reassessment session. You can also do a 60-minute one if you prefer. So it takes a little bit more time with the fitness testing. But the main thing here, so you've got a goal setting tab, you've got physical, performance, and body scan. So you can forecast those 3 areas of their life. For those who don't have a body scan, you can change that to you either take it out or you can change it to something else. You might even try and help them with personal areas of their life. You can say personal. Before photos, you put them in here. The PT session log, the main part. So you've got the date, whether they attended, their weight, the session type. So what you train them on, the weekly goal, and the punishment. And the weekly goal is essentially there to keep them accountable. The punishment actually keeps them accountable. So if they don't complete their weekly goal, then they get a punishment. That's to keep them accountable. You've also got a box that says that you tick that they completed the weekly goal. MFP is MyFitnessPal, to say that you ticked the box to say that you checked it. And then the box for the program is when you updated their program, just so you know what that kind of looks like. Just so you know how often you have updated their program. In terms of programming, now I have done programming just on like again, Google Sheets, just like a Word document or a Google Excel. Google Sheets, sorry. But nowadays, I have got a paid software for programming that I honestly barely have anyone on it, so I really don't need it anymore. But I know a lot of PTs want to have their own app and stuff, so that obviously is an additional expense that you don't need, but of course, it obviously helps to make things a little bit simpler. But this gives you everything that you need. Spot for measurements, spot for fitness testing, as you can see here. So if you're not watching this video, make sure you watch the video. So you've got strength fitness test, which is your bench, squat, deadlift, etc. Or you've got endurance fitness test, you got plank 500-meter row, how many push-ups they can do in a minute, etc., etc. Ideal food list and BMR. So you've got like an example of so an ideal food list, so different carbs, proteins, and you work out that BMR, you put that in there. Weekly planner, if you want to do a simplified version of a program, you just tell them what areas to train on specific days. Conversation around referrals, 2 free sessions for 2 family and friends. These days for my clients, we give 5 friends and family a free PT session plus a health assessment. I think. Oh, and the session planner. Session planner is just basically if you want to do a super basic program that you can give to your clients, this is what this would look like. Session planner, and you can make this into your own little spreadsheet. So you could do like, this one could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you can just save that as a PDF and then send it to them. Or you can make up a whole different spreadsheet if you like with every single week, and you can copy and paste this, and they literally need to put in how much weight they did for each set. But as simple as that, team. So that is a very brief rundown of my PT client template. It's evolved over the years as I come up with better systems and structures. So that's the baseline of it. I will do a super in-depth training on this for you. But if you like in the podcast, I have got an in-depth training for my clients. So I'm happy for the guys that are keen to learn this. If you want this, then reach out to me, message me on Facebook, Instagram. That's probably the main 2 places that I'm at. Don't have TikTok at this stage. I haven't quite made the commitment for TikTok yet. But they are the 3 things that you can use in your business for free. That is the only 3 things you'll need. Google Calendar, Calendly. So Google Calendar to manage your time and your clients. Calendly to book in new clients and automate the process to a degree. And then Google Sheets, which will basically track all your client results. And you can make programs on Google Sheets as well. So that's it for this episode, team. If you do like this episode, make sure you do share it with a friend. That's the only way the podcast can grow. We are getting some really good feedback so far, and I've locked in some amazing guests as well. I've got another guy that I'm doing an episode with on Wednesday next week. He's a mega star in the self-development space. He's actually got I think his podcast is in the top 10 in personal development in Australia. I'm not sure where it is in the world, but very successful person that I've known for a long time now. So that's going to be happening in the next week, which will be released in about 2 weeks from now. But yeah, feel free to share the podcast around and tag me when you do share it, and share it with a friend. And that's the only way this podcast grows. And then we can get on better guests as well, or keep the guests coming that are really good. And we're getting really good feedback on the guests as well. So I appreciate the feedback, and I hope you have an awesome day.